Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, home where the old folks stay.
Welcome to Florida Men on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron. The podcast where Floridians discuss the crazy but true stories that always seem to take place in Florida. We are back. Coming at you from the South.
You know, it's been
The
6
dirty
months,
South.
guys.
What?
It's been a long 6 months.
Yes.
Our friendship started.
6 months ago.
Yep.
And it ends tonight.
Amen.
Last week was our 6-month anniversary. Thank you guys so much for
All the packages.
listening in. Yeah, you guys are amazing. We love you.
Cakes.
Yeah. What's the 6-month anniversary? Cotton.
Yeah, cotton.
So we all got gifted T-shirts.
That explains the underwear we got. Woof.
I'm not using them.
Nah, I will.
I can tell.
Satin
poor.
only over here.
Oof. They
He's
ride
got
up
those
too
silk.
much.
smooth, sensitive cheeks.
I tried that in middle school. They ride right up.
Well, listen,
Silky.
Cameron's got this glare in his eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
That's his
Sparkle.
glasses, 'cause
I'd call it a
he's a nerd.
sparkle.
He's got a headliner too. He wants to share.
Florida man
Okay.
caught on video
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this could be anything.
Yeah, I know.
bathing
Okay. Well, pervert. Someone's recording them.
in a Wendy's kitchen sink.
Didn't
Like
see
the
that.
bathroom sink? No, you said kitchen sink?
Kitchen sink.
During work hours?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
I mean, why else would they be there?
CCTV?
Yeah, because you're working up a sweat.
Yeah.
You smell like greasy meat.
No. They worked there. They are workers at the Wendy's.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
he wants
So
to get
someone-
he wants to get
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah,
Probably-
trying to improve their lives.
Probably got some Frosty on his arm or something, dipping the Frosties.
Yes.
He's like
amen.
bath time.
Yeah.
Or he tripped and fell in.
So this guy got into a swimsuit.
Okay.
This was obviously planned.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
then it's not bathing. He's
But-
swimming.
That's true.
Put a swimsuit on
Okay.
and hopped into the kitchen sink at the Wendy's.
Yep.
Was on Snapchat, has been viewed over 1 million times at this point.
Wow.
And basically, this happened in Milton, Florida.
Okay.
Wendy's hasn't really said a whole lot about it.
They didn't comment?
They did and said that it's unacceptable.
Oh, well.
Well, shame on them.
Show
They
me
said
what
it
is
was-
acceptable.
Yeah.
They said it was done as a prank, like a poorly executed prank. They didn't
Well,
like it.
I mean, if he's got 1 million views.
Yeah, I'd say it was a good prank.
Yeah. I mean, Wendy's is known for their like marketing. Their Twitter person
Them
is
snapbacks.
That's true.
Is-
Yeah.
yeah,
Wendy's
he's-
Twitter is great,
it's on
actually.
fire. So part of me believes this is like a viral campaign.
By
Right.
Wendy's.
Yeah, you get some guy, you hire him on Craigslist, an
Nice.
actor. You pretend he works there. You throw him in a sink. Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Take a
1
lap.
million views.
The state health inspectors found out about it.
Of course they did.
Came out that day to do an inspection,
Body hair.
and it passed inspection.
See,
Yeah.
Okay.
good for See, but hold on
Okay.
though. That adds fuel to the conspiracy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Because
on.
those inspections are usually random. But if
Yeah,
you
they're
can
supposed to be.
schedule your own,
Listen, I called one time.
Our workers are the cleanest in the state.
come
Check
check
them
them
out.
I called at this Chinese buffet because I saw a roach run across, and I called the health inspector, and they're like, "We'll get out there in like 2 or 3 months."
Oh,
So I'm not buying it that he came out the same day. I
Yeah.
call BS on Wendy's.
Okay. All right. You
Speaking
heard
of
it here.
roaches,
Okay,
Don't even.
come on, what a segue.
our next headline. Speaking of roaches,
Okay,
Florida man choked to death
Jesus.
in
like
October
I don't like
Okay.
this.
after eating dozens of live cockroaches
Mm.
in a contest to win a python.
So in the 6 months that we've been doing this, I kind of have this niche where I can tell when people
Where
are
the story's going.
Well, people are going to send in angry emails. This is one of them.
Which part you think?
Just grossed out, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
guys,
Yeah.
don't talk about gross things.
I know. Of
So Edward Archbold,
course.
Okay.
32 years old,
Caucasian.
he
How'd you know?
Boa owner, roach eater.
Yeah, that's true.
he was in a competition with 30 competitors
Oh, my goodness.
at a pet store in Deerfield Beach, Florida, to win a python by eating live cockroaches. I guess whoever ate the most cockroaches, which is the
Okay.
worst contest and the worst prize.
Who wants to win a snake?
No idea.
So you
But
get,
even if I wanted to win a snake, I wouldn't want to eat cockroaches for a snake.
No.
but it was like special edition boa constrictor.
You can probably go down to the swamp and find them.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
it's Florida.
definitely
They're
true.
roaming in the streets.
But if you're a pet shop and for some reason you now have a surplus of cockroaches that arrived,
And snakes.
yeah, and snakes, how are you going to get rid of them?
Contest.
Contest.
So his body was examined
Oh,
by the medical
God.
examiner, ruled death by accidental asphyxiation.
Nailed it.
Oh,
Got it.
I bet even the coroner was like, creeped out, cutting it open. 'cause
Yeah, his
didn't want to see the
airway.
roaches.
Quote from medical examiner: his airway became obstructed with arthropod body parts.
oh no,
That's
I'm
just
done.
gross.
Oh, dude, I'm done. You know how Josh gets spooked with spooky stories, like
I do.
scary stuff? This is I don't like this. This is my Achilles heel.
He wasn't even planning. I guess he planned on selling the snake if he had wanted to a friend. It's just terrible.
Okay.
The owner of the pet store, Ben Siegel, said we feel terribly awful. He looked like he just wanted to show off and was very nice.
What?
Sounds like the
What?
worst thing you could show off at.
What? Yeah, but what kind of butthole has Ben?
Yeah,
don't
The
know.
guy just died in a store, and he's like, he just wanted to show off, eat some roaches.
You
You
said he
did,
looked nice.
Ben. You did the contest, bro.
Yeah, you said
You
put
put
these
it on.
roaches down your gullet.
Yeah, what kind of whacked out person? Whoever eats the most cockroaches.
Jeez.
Listen,
we can give him a snake or something.
if you guys are listening
sick,
in
man.
and you're thinking about doing some kind of like
Please.
competition to show off to somebody,
Anything with the airway,
don't do it.
don't do it.
No,
Anything
don't
with
do it.
cockroaches
Oh, ghoul.
Have some
or
self-respect.
snakes.
I'm going to have to leave.
I know there's a
the
lot of people
room.
that like snakes, and that's okay.
Yeah, open carry.
But
Open carry. It's open carry. It's open carry steak.
Open
don't eat
carry.
a cockroach to get a snake.
Rattlers.
Ugh,
All right, I brought you down.
No, you brought. Hold on. Who sent in the story? We need to
Okay.
give credit for the Wendy story.
So the bathtub story was Kelsey from Pennsylvania.
Kelsey, listen. First off, thank you for
Nice.
sending in that story. Secondly, thank you for not sending in the cockroach story.
Yeah, I found the cockroach
That's
story
all on
You're
Cameron.
myself.
fired. You're
Yeah.
fired.
That's
I
all
knew
on
it.
camera.
That one's me.
Arthropod? Was that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Greg's fired for finding the story and
There you
pitching
go.
it to Cameron.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Greg, get out of here.
So I brought you down.
Get
I'm
the
gonna
hell out
I'm gonna
of
bring you up real quick.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We don't usually do happy, positive Florida stories,
This is
Florida
true.
man stories.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do one real quick that was sent in to me
Mhm.
personally.
Oh,
to you.
To me,
how'd they track you down?
it was Wayne's wife.
Oh,
We were,
hello.
we were chatting the other day,
Come
Snapchat?
on.
and she slid this into my DM. So
Hello.
Oh, she's
Uh,
feisty.
Florida man spends days off cleaning veterans' headstones.
Oh.
Mm.
So he's a mailman from Jacksonville.
Okay.
So Clarence Hollowell, 60-year-old, he spends his weekends, and somebody found him this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, cleaning headstones. He basically will clean all the headstones of veterans.
Okay.
Then he'll write the names down on a sheet of paper and then tries to kind of do some detective work to learn a little bit
Whoa.
more about them, maybe contact the family. And he goes through and does different cemeteries.
Whoa.
So at this point, he's done 600 graves.
Whoa.
Wow.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it says that this is crazy. It says that it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to clean the headstones.
What?
Yeah.
What's he using? Toothbrush?
Well, it says he uses a plastic scraper, soft bristle brush, and a special solution he orders online.
Nope.
But I'm guessing it's like a stage, probably do one thing,
Okay.
let some of the grime and stuff come off. And
He knew what I was going to ask. I mean, how many stages? Yeah.
3
Three
specifically.
stages. Okay.
But yeah, that's super awesome.
Yeah.
Let's buy
So-
this guy a pressure washer. So
Wanted to
he can
make
just
sure-
do more.
Make sure Clarence Hollowell
'Cause these are granite.
was recognized.
You shoot them with a pressure washer.
Yeah, they're supposed to be white.
Yeah,
They're just
pressure
the white
washer.
granite or marble, whichever one they are. But I don't know.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that we ended on that note because the story before that sucked.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Arthropods.
Yeah, but well done. Big ups for you, man. I do feel good about those headlines. I
Me
don't feel
too.
good about my wife texting you, but we'll talk about that later.
That's all right.
And I'm going
Nice.
to text Tara,
It's for the show.
your
Oh,
wife,
for
For
right
the
now.
podcast.
Yeah, it's for the show, bro.
I know.
Yeah, come
you're
on.
right. I'm just
Jeez.
kidding. I'm not jealous. But I do believe we have a segment that people have been writing in about
Oh, my
nonstop.
goodness.
We're super excited about
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
It's time for Josh's really, really smart movie.
So we have Josh's really, really smart movies.
Yes, we do.
And so basically, we did this kind of offhanded, segment a few weeks ago.
Hereditary, two brains. Done.
Yeah.
Wolf.
And you guys
Definitely.
wrote in like insane. We love
Tons
it.
of
My
movies.
printer ran out of ink.
Yeah. And so, no. We really appreciate that. Seriously, like by day 2, we were just blown away. Josh called into work so he could watch all the movies.
I'm dedicated.
He is dedicated. So we had some questions though. How does the rating system work? So we're going to give Josh a chance to kind of
Easy.
flesh it out.
Tell us about
This is
it.
something
hear
I've
it.
been thinking about my whole life.
Right. This is your calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The brain system, how it's set up.
Right.
And a movie starts with 2.5 brains, naturally,
Okay.
Out of how many brains?
out of 5 brains.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's a natural odd number when you think of a movie, 5 brains.
Right.
That's 50%.
Yep. So you want to lose a brain quick, you give me that exposition within the first 10 minutes.
Right off the bat, start explaining stuff like we're dumb.
Give me an example.
So, like, for example, if you've seen the trailer for Angel Has Fallen, Gerard Butler, he's in the woods.
Nice.
And he's like, this old man comes out and he was like, you know how I found you? Dad. And there's that awkward pause where it's like, I'm letting you know this is my father.
Yep.
Like, we don't understand how movies
He's
work.
rating movies that aren't even out yet.
That's how advanced I am.
You know, I hate it when podcasts
Oh,
start
yep.
and do like, hi, this is who we are.
Right. This is
We
where
talk
we're from.
about, this is where the state that we're from.
Right.
This is Josh's voice.
We do stories within this state.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's called exposition.
Yes.
We hate
Yes.
that.
Hate it.
Yep.
So
hate it when people do
2.5
that.
brains.
Minus the brain instantly for the podcast.
Okay.
Yep.
But some positive.
Right.
I did get recommended a really good movie
Okay, let's hear it.
and then a really terrible movie.
Ouch.
So I don't know if the fans are like, ha ha ha, make them watch this.
What was it like kind of, compiling the movies? Well, Greg compiled them, but then you're searching through them. What was it like? Was it kind of surreal when you were like, okay, like this one was amazing. Is this guy even serious about this one?
Yeah, I felt like a lot were sent like, let's torture this ish.
Yeah, because someone was like, watch the entire Twilight series.
Yep. That was like a couple from Orlando.
How many requests did we get?
There was 348 hours.
300 what?
300
348
movies in 48 hours.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Jeez.
I only printed 40 because my printer ran out.
Yeah. Of course.
So, but no, I think my thing is like, some of these we never even heard of before.
Oh yeah, and actually for the future of this segment, I'm going to need y'all to start carrying the burden and watching these movies.
Right.
So any family obligations that you have,
We're done.
yeah, put them on pause.
Full
Got
time
it.
watching movies.
2 hours, 2.5 hours. That's all I need.
Yeah.
every
four or
6
5 times a day.
Yeah, every 6 to 8 hours.
So let's hear the good movie.
Good movie, Camp X-Ray.
Okay.
Had
Okay.
never heard of it.
Nope.
It was actually recommended from Sierra in Southampton, United Kingdom.
Hello,
nice.
Sierra.
Mhm.
Well done.
Yeah, and this movie, I'm not going to give end spoilers
Okay.
to any of the movies I review. That's just me personally.
Right. That's
You
his
know.
conviction.
When I talk about books, I don't give you all the ending.
That's right.
Jurassic Park, I didn't tell you what happened.
No,
Thank
he
you for
didn't.
that.
Right?
He really
You're
didn't.
welcome.
Yeah.
So this movie ends with a great song,
Okay.
which already half a brain up for a great song.
Right. You fast forward all the way to the ending because you want to check that ending song.
Yeah. I always say, what songs during the credits?
Yeah.
Right. He did
Boost
say
them
that.
up.
Skip to that.
Boost them up. Like the movie Powder, terrible.
Right.
Terrible song. So the movie ends with 4 brains. I give it 4 brains.
Okay.
I recommend it. But it gets a half brain because, Kay Stewart, she says, I'm from such a small town. And then like a little later, she says, Winter Haven, Florida.
Which is really weird because that's like right next to,
Yeah. That's right
to
next
our
to where we're at.
studio.
I work in Winter Haven.
Kay Stewart.
Florida.
Who's
Yep.
that?
Kristen Stewart.
Oh, okay.
I know her as Kay Stew.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Case
Okay.
2. So it ended with 4.5 brains because
Winter Haven.
the
shout out.
characters from
Yeah. Wow. I
our
didn't know
hometown.
anybody knew about Winter Haven.
Agreed.
I don't even want to know about Winter Haven.
No. Super cool. So that was a good movie.
Good movie. Surprised me.
Okay.
I made it through the whole thing, which you guys know
That's rough for Josh.
Yeah, that's
is rough.
We picked an awful
rare.
segment for Josh to do because he hates movies.
I'll walk
we
out of
can't
a
even
movie.
go to the movies with Josh because halfway through he's gone.
Well, someone opens their phone, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm,
Easily
I'm
distracted.
taken out of the movie.
So
You
what
don't
was-
like to be absorbed.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, bad movie, Loving Vincent. Oh, woof.
Never heard of it.
A guy, I'm not even going to say his name. Eof from Louisiana.
Okay.
That's code talk. We're talking code. It's okay.
Yeah. Loving Vincent. Thanks for the recommendation and for not listening to us anymore because you're blocked. I got seasick watching the movie and waiting for it to cut to real life.
Oh wait, Titanic? You watched Titanic?
No, this will make you worse seasick
Oh, okay.
than Titanic.
So that's the punishment for sending in a bad movie recommendation.
blocked.
You're blocked. You can no longer, it's an integrity thing.
He's not hearing this right now because he's already blocked.
He's blocked.
Yep.
He can't find our show
Can't hurt his
anywhere.
feelings.
So you can't listen to Florida Man on Florida Man if you send in a bad recommendation.
Mhm.
Now our recommendations are going to drop drastically now.
Thank God.
They don't want to risk it. That's
They don't
nice.
wanna risk it. That's
Dedicated
good.
fans.
We love you guys.
So that movie, I think I ended with one brain.
Ooh,
Ooh, woof.
Yeah.
one brain.
Rough.
Well-
Don't watch it.
What
So
was
we
it
had,
about?
It's like art and
Woof.
Van Gogh.
get
I'm
out of
I'm
here.
already
then-
bored.
The whole time the screen is moving in and out. And you got AJ from Backstreet Boys wearing Dick Tracy jacket, trying to deliver a letter. And then you got the guy from Bridesmaids talking right at the camera. And you're like, I can tell it's you. No
Yeah.
matter what. It's animated, but I know it's you, buddy.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't
So,
like that one bit.
Watch it
Not
and let us
interested.
know what you thought.
Yeah, so we have a one brain movie.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called again?
Loving Vincent.
And a 4.5 brain movie.
Camp X-Ray.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua has given you his movie recommendations, his really, really smart movies.
Are we going to put more of these up online?
Yeah, I think I'm going to put a separate blog post explaining all these because I watched like 20 of them.
And we said you get 2. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I can't go
Is-
all day talking about these dumb movies.
And I think we will post some shout outs on fmofm.com. So if you did submit some movies, it's literally impossible for us. I mean, I guess not impossible, just improbable that we'll get around to all of them. So we'll post them online so you guys can kind of see that.
But
And
be careful
Yep.
because if it's that bad,
if it's that bad, you're blocked.
You're
You're
blocked
out
instantly.
Forever. So I got a story.
Ooh, finally.
About time.
Has nothing to do with movies.
Nice.
Thank goodness.
I take that back. There's a little bit to do with movies.
I'm walking out.
All right.
Yeah, no, I
Let's
know.
go.
The Henshaw family.
Mm,
Never.
Camp? Dutch?
Winter Haven.
You know what? It bothers me how close you are to the actual location.
Oh, no.
I know you're just being like a smart butt because of the
Sassy.
movie,
It's Winter Haven.
but it's pretty close to Winter Haven actually. Carl and Bertha Henshaw were
Ooh,
an
she sounds
amazing
super
couple.
cute.
Yeah.
Bertha, you know that lady's beautiful.
She was beautiful.
Yeah, Bertha. You remember that game, Family Fun Center?
Yeah, Bertha.
Throwing the balls in Bertha's mouth? Anyways.
So they were both born and raised here in Florida.
Okay.
Carl was born in 1892 and Bertha was
Nope.
born in 1894.
No, not
Both
even
of
gonna
those.
try.
Never.
Nah.
They met and got married right after high school
Congrats.
and decided that they did not want to just settle down and become that normal, average married couple.
What's wrong with
Okay,
that? I mean,
yeah.
I take offense to that.
Those are their words, not mine.
I hate them.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they were both from modest households, but Bertha had been given
they were rich.
Definitely
Modest.
rich.
That means rich.
Bertha had been given her grandmother's inheritance.
Bingo. You called it, bro.
Rich. I knew it.
So no one really knows exactly how much money it was, but the couple knew they could live comfortably and just start traveling the world.
Okay. Uh-huh. so now.
Sounds like they were pretty modest.
Yeah. Self-described modest, I guarantee it.
But keep in mind, in the 1920s, when they met and got married, if you inherit something of value, usually you maybe invest it or put it aside. Like it wasn't like culturally
Travel the
acceptable
world.
to just start like dropping wads of cash.
Yeah. And I mean, in that time, all you had to do to travel the world, you needed a horse,
A
Yeah.
boat.
maybe
Steamboat,
Yeah.
a knapsack.
knapsack,
So-
a bundle, it's called.
Yeah.
neither Carl nor Bertha had any interest in settling down and just kind of like staying in Florida. And so they were both from small towns, and what they wanted to do was kind of go out and see the world. And their quote was they wanted to discover other cultures. They wanted to spend the first 10 years of their marriage discovering other cultures.
Wow, good thing both of them agreed on these goals.
Yeah.
I think so.
Can you imagine?
They lived briefly in New York, Paris, London, Bangkok, and Singapore.
We'll hit the big ones.
Yep.
They dined on the finest foods. They threw the most lavish parties.
Modestly.
Yes.
And just when it seemed like they were settling down in the city, they would pick up and move to the next location.
Okay, cool, stable.
Yeah. Wow.
Really, really.
Sound level-headed.
I think so.
Good friends.
So this went on for about 7 years when an unsuspected but pleasant surprise happened.
Jeez, of course.
Bertha Henshaw told Carl that she was pregnant with their first child
Nice. And then she tripped over an oil field.
and discovered oil.
Yep.
For a couple who had spent their life not wanting to be tied down, the news of the child changed everything.
Woof. I feel
Kids
that.
are portable, though. You carry them.
I carry them around.
All of a sudden, they really did want to settle. And they wanted to start a stable home life for their unborn kid. So they both decided the best place to do this was back home in Florida.
Bad decision.
No, not a stable.
Nope. Not stable at all. I think we're sinking every year even more.
Shout out, Florida is sinking.
There you go.
Carl and Bertha bought property in a very small town called Lake Wales, Florida,
Oh,
Whoa.
that was close.
which is the neighboring city to Winter Haven,
Yeah.
which is why I was bitter at Cameron.
Close to Babson Park.
Whoa.
Past episode.
Yeah. Past episode 3 months ago.
Yes, that's fast.
Yep.
Lake Wales is really small. So 16,000 people live there now, which is tiny. But back then, when the Henshaws bought property, is less than 1,000. So like, it's
Oh,
actually
nice.
kind of weird that they would be like, okay, let's move to Lake Wales.
Yeah.
Well, I think
It's-
when you
it's-
want to be the big dog, you go to a
Yeah,
small
you gotta
pond.
find a. You
That-
can't go to a town with another big dog.
That could be true. They had plans to build a home, but they hadn't just yet. So they were renting nearby. And one night, the couple stayed up late talking about their years traveling and their experiences and everything they saw and learned. And Bertha had the idea to bring all of those big city traditions to small town
Goodness.
in Florida.
This couple,
That should work.
they really communicate like with the best of them.
They really know.
Good pillow talk.
So they envisioned a place where folks could try recipes from all over the world, learn to dance, and mingle with the rich and famous.
Epcot Center.
Yeah, Epcot. So in 1930, after giving birth to their son Carl Jr., Bertha and Carl Henshaw
Ooh, Bertha gave birth. I get it.
oversaw production of a massive 200-acre estate called Chalet Suzanne.
Okay, I've seen billboards.
Right.
Yeah.
So just to give you a little bit of a description about this place, it had 14 levels, multiple award-winning gardens, a private residential suite, tennis courts, a private lake with its own
Jeez.
operating steamboat and boating access,
Steamboat's got
Lots
to
of
be
steamboats
in
come up in
everything.
this podcast.
a movie theater,
Okay,
a game room, an airstrip for private planes, and eventually
modest.
a restaurant that had a Michelin rating.
Wow.
Okay, this must
In
be
Lake
what
Wales?
the
In Lake
billboard
Wales.
I've seen. I just see a pink building on the billboard, and I go, that's that place.
Right. So I want to pause just for a second and discuss the mystery surrounding all of this because the Henshaw family were not at all from money.
Okay.
Bertha's family were farmers for generations.
Ooh,
Okay.
told you.
And Carl's family, the wealthiest person in his family was his grandmother, who was a teacher.
Oof.
She
so-
inherited millions, though.
Yeah.
So what's weird is Bertha gets this inheritance.
Somebody's a
and,
criminal
And I'm
somewhere.
using quotations
Ooh,
because her
mystery.
entire family, they're farmers. And then the
Okay.
day after they get married, she gets a lump sum of cash to travel the world.
What type of inheritance do you get day after marriage?
Well, what kind of inheritance skips your parents and comes straight from your grandparents?
That's true.
So that's what's kind of weird
grandparents
too.
that hate their kids.
Yep.
So traditionally, people who are farmers and teachers, they don't have a lot of money.
Naturally,
So that raises some questions about where the money came from. But the Henshaws, they had enough to travel the world living luxuriously and then come back to a very small town in Florida and build this ginormous Swedish-style palace.
Yeah. Something's not adding up.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I want it.
I want to know about it.
Let's figure it out.
I'm a teacher.
You are.
How
I'm a
can
farmer.
I get that money?
Well, in fact,
You are a farmer.
while they were out traveling the world, they were in New York City, and they were walking down the street, and someone actually yelled at Bertha, "Is that your mama's money?"
What?
No.
Wow.
I added that part. That really happened.
Okay, I was about to say, same guy, time traveler?
I know.
Yelled at me in high school?
I know. But the other mystery concerns the amount of influential people who were dying to be a part of Chalet Suzanne. Keep in mind, this is in a very small town in Florida, okay?
It's a cow pasture.
Yep.
Super small town. But billionaires from all over are wanting to invest and get a piece of what's happening there.
What the age is
I
happening?
smell mob.
So there's
Yes.
rumors that when the Henshaw family were traveling all around the world, they would throw these outlandish parties, and they would be living in penthouse suites. And every weekend, the parties would include like a who's who list of whoever's in government in that city, the entertainment industry in that
Yep.
city. It's kind of like this eyes wide shut type feel, where it's like they're exclusive. You don't get to know what goes on inside, and the Henshaws are the one throwing the party.
I can just see him now blasted Montel Jordan. This is how we do it on loop.
But so we still don't know where the money came from. They're having these kind of exclusive, secret, private parties. But basically, that's the lifestyle and influence that they brought back with them to Florida.
American Dream.
Yeah.
In the 1960s and 70s, Chalet Suzanne became the summer home for nearly every major player in Hollywood.
Okay.
What?
How do
Producers,
we not know
I've
this?
never heard of
writers, directors, classic celebrities like Burt Reynolds, Johnny Carson, and Robert Redford called the Chalet their home away from home.
Really?
Goodness.
When Bertha decided to start the restaurant at the Chalet
Of course.
Suzanne,
Yeah.
Duncan Hines showed up to help build the menu
Yo,
and promote it,
The
along
catsup?
with James L. Kraft.
Oh my goodness.
So that's
What is happening?
How is this happening so close? And we're literally no idea.
So that's Kraft with a K, like Kraft cheese.
Yeah.
And Duncan Hines is the brand of cakes and
Heinz
sweet
with a Z?
treats. Heinz with an S, but it's the sweet treats you see. Duncan Hines, like the breads and stuff.
Dunkin'
Little
Donuts.
Debbie's.
They're both mega billionaires.
Cool.
And they show up like, hey, let's help you start this little restaurant on this little resort in Lake Wales. And so in 1956,
We got cheese
Whoa.
and sweet treats.
yeah,
56, brother.
what a time to be alive.
What a time to be
Wow.
alive. Big Bertha.
Big cars, big Bertha. So Bertha decides at the restaurant she wants to try her hand at making special soups.
Okay, cool. Whatever.
This is the weirdest story.
I can't even keep up with this.
So no joke, the soup recipes become so popular that
course.
they ended up becoming the official soup for NASA,
Okay.
and the astronauts
heck?
would take the soup on the Apollo missions.
Okay. Of course they
Specifically-
would.
Specifically, Apollo 15 and Apollo 16.
This is
You
tall
could-
tale.
I think you made this up.
So what's funny is you can only assume at this point that someone from NASA, because other influential people were coming to stay here,
Yeah.
somebody showed up, spent the night,
Drove a rocket over.
well,
Yeah, amen.
they tried
Flew
her
a
soup
rocket.
and probably tried to impress her and was like, this is amazing. I've got influence. Now the astronauts are going to have this soup with them in space.
Have you ever
Nice.
had a soup that was so good that you want to take it to space?
I've had a lobster bisque.
Can we just keep in mind
Was that good?
Yes, it was that good.
these people are they're poor people. Like they're from
Stop
You
saying
keep
that.
saying that, but
but they are. They're from farmers. There's no way
these people are printing money.
their grandmother just kind of dug gold out of the ground and gave it to him or something.
I think that's exactly what happened.
that's
I think this
probably
is
what
hijinks. That
But
they're-
I think too, what's weird is like, even if you do have, obviously she got an inheritance. No one knows where it came from. But if you have that kind of money, what gets you that kind of influence? That's what's weird is that
Soup.
money.
maybe but,
Money and
but
soup.
other people have money and they don't have that kind of influence. Like billionaires are coming to them and saying, we want to be a
Party.
part of
Yeah.
what you're doing. So that's what's kind of odd. But again, so every now and then, locals would show up to partake of what's happening there.
Whoa.
Mhm.
But the problem is all the plates were like $60.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's an expensive meal
In the 50s, yeah.
today, but back then it's even
And
more.
it's all soup.
which again, but
Big bowl.
it does kind of beg the question. Supposedly, the chalet received millions of dollars of investments,
What?
but what are they investing in? Because you're not making money there.
No, you're not returning a profit.
No,
on a
it's
soup
exactly.
restaurant.
People are
It's a
hanging,
resort, right?
It is, but it's for the rich and famous, and they're not really being charged for stuff. The vibe they have is
Well,
like,
yeah, if they're investing, they just get to go.
yeah, just come hang out and do this
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
They
So
sound like super lonely people.
yeah, who knows? But the massive amounts of fame and money pouring in does not add up at all. And at one point, a huge portion of the Chalet Suzanne caught fire, and local authorities were prevented from coming onto the property to put the fire out.
By who?
The
Bertha?
security there.
Jeez.
Cool. They got security too.
The problem was it burnt down because they didn't let anybody on to save it.
Naturally.
But then
Insurance.
within months, they promptly rebuilt it as good as new.
Jeez.
This
I
is all
can't think of
happening
the
like
situation.
in the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Where that would benefit you.
No, what Carl Sr., eventually he passes away, and Bertha just kind of runs the operation by herself until 1973 when she passed away. But their children continued running the Chalet Suzanne, and in the early 90s, the location was added to the list of protected historic locations by the United States government.
Okay. I don't understand.
Yeah, this is a weird story.
And
It sounds like a place that I would want to hang out, though.
Definitely.
For sure.
I
yeah.
don't think we'd be allowed to.
No, we definitely wouldn't be able to.
I mean, if I could save up and afford a $60 plate, guys. Let's not.
that was in the 50s, man.
I'm not going to brag, but
Well, in 2014, Chalet Suzanne closed its doors to the public, and then that same year closed its doors like for good, as far as not operating at all. But the great-great-grandchildren of Carl and Bertha Henshaw still live there privately. It's still their residence.
Jeez.
They don't open it to anyone.
Modestly.
cool. Yeah.
But 2 years ago, the property went up for sale
No.
and has received 0 reasonable offers.
What?
Let's look it
Reasonable
up on
too
Zillow.
low?
It's so basically they've taken it off. I mean, it's technically for sale, but you can't just go by and take a tour of it or see what's going
Yeah.
on.
Naturally. Yeah.
These people live here now
Modestly.
in their privacy. So we don't know where the money came from. We don't know how.
Wait,
they,
so
they
we're
gained
not
all
going
this
to get an
influence.
answer for that?
Okay.
That's
This is
it.
the
This
worst.
is
I
the
thought you were
mystery.
setting us up.
No, there is no answer to it. It still
Cool.
exists. They're still living there quietly in the small town called Lake West, Florida, and
Maybe they're listening.
maybe they're listening. So if they're listening, we want in.
Carl Jr.
I got $60 with your name on it.
Yeah, for that split pea.
Yeah.
We want in on this. By the way, Burt Reynolds, he was a movie star in the 70s, big
you.
deal.
Heard of him.
Whenever he was there, he was quoted as saying to the New York Times that when I'm there, magical things happen, and that's all I'm going to say.
This is. I want more.
Well, I mean, he's
Burt Reynolds.
like probably 25 miles away from, probably less than that, from Disney World.
Yeah, that's the
So
magic is
the
just
magic is blowing
wafting
over. Yeah, some of the pixie dust.
Disney magic, bro.
That's what it is. All I know is I
That's the
wish
sound.
whenever I got married, someone handed me a
lump sum.
inheritance and just said, "Hey, go travel the world," and then I come back with a bunch of celebrity friends.
You got an inheritance. I mean, my gift to you.
It was nice.
Thank you.
When the inheritance Josh is referring to is when he graduated high school, he left me his parking spot.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know when they came around and they said, "What do you want to write in the yearbook or leave to somebody?"
leave to
That they were going to
somebody.
print that in the yearbook as my senior quote.
So Josh's senior quote is, "I leave my parking spot to Wayne."
All right, that school was such a piece of crap.
I love it. But yeah, that's the story of the Henshaw family. If you guys have any more info, we'd love to hear about it. But yeah, so
Yeah, like anything that makes sense about it.
yeah,
Yeah, any of that monies?
Yeah, where's the money's coming
any of
from?
those monies, any of that NASA soup.
Oh, I'd love that NASA
I would
soup.
love to try that.
What's space soup taste like?
I'll tell you what, it does taste like success.
Success.
Yummy.
It sounds like it actually sounds like some type of spiritual
Yeah,
blessing that they got.
I think there's some weird stuff going
there's
on.
definitely weird stuff.
I think
Bertha sounds a little suspicious. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna throw that out there.
And always saying, "I'm poor. We're modest.
yeah.
We can't let the locals in to pay."
Yeah.
modest
Bertha.
Well, it's been a fun week.
Great.
We've had
week.
movie reviews. We've had
I
headlines.
like making fun of rich people.
I love it.
We had space soup.
Yep.
It's been fun.
Movies. What do we got, guys? What's the close? Trashramps.com, FMOFM.com, Cam, Greg, Wayne, Josh.
We'll see ya.
We out.
See ya.